Welcome to Colonel Football Weekly, as we take an inside look at Nicholls State University football. Today's program is presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional, the official sports medicine provider of Nicholls Athletics. Colonel Football Weekly is also sponsored by Rouse's Supermarkets. You're either local or you're not. And People's Health, your Medicare health team. Hello and welcome to Colonel Football Weekly, presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional. I'm your host, Mike Wagon. I'm alongside the interim head coach of the Nicholls football team, Steve Axman. Welcome back, Coach.
Good to be back.
Yeah, trying to get off the schneid this past weekend, heading to Houston Baptist, a first ever meeting between the Huskies and the Colonels, and looking for a W, just didn't materialize. What could have gone better for you?
Well, we could have played better on offense, defense, and the kicking game. That's for starters.
Is that all?
Just very disappointing loss. I thought it was a game that we could win. It certainly was a game we could win. But we just didn't. We got beat. They just played better than we did. I think our kids played very hard. We were very competitive, but just too many shortcomings on offense, defense, and for the most part, offense and defense.
It was the first time this season that the Colonels could at least taste victory. You head into the fourth quarter with the lead, but for a team that really hasn't been in that situation in a long time, ahead in the fourth quarter, sometimes teams just don't know how to win in the end until they make a habit of it.
Well, there's no doubt. The stream now is 15 games over two seasons, where unfortunately the Colonels haven't tasted victory, and unfortunately, winning begets winning, and losing begets winning, can beget losing, and right now, I think that's, exactly what's happening to us. We've, the players, they have short memories, and, I think that it's been so long since they've won that they forgot how to do that, and we have to find a way of turning that around.
Got a few more opportunities. Incarnate Word coming in this weekend for homecoming. We're going to talk about the matchup with the Cardinals a little bit later on. Let's look back for a moment, if we could. Heading out to Husky Stadium in Houston, Texas, first ever meeting between Nicholls and HBU. The Huskies' new on-campus stadium, still a work in progress, as is the program, as they came out in search of their first ever Southland Conference victory, playing in front of their homecoming crowd. The Colonels, meanwhile, determined to register their first win of the year and put a painful 14-game losing skid behind them. Something would have to give in this one. Coach Axman giving senior Bo Hebert the start at quarterback and surprising everyone by going to a no-huddle, hurry-up offense to begin the game, and it worked. Colonels catching HBU off guard, making play after play. On 3rd and 8 from the Nicholls 27, Hebert finds Nick Skelfo for 9 yards, moving the chains. Hebert connected on his first 10 passes of the evening. A good mix of an air attack and ground game. On 2nd and 6 near midfield, the give to Tobias Lofton, and he dashes for 40 yards. Lofton ran for 88 yards on just 10 carries. Nicholls came close to having a pair of 100-yard rushers for the second time this year. That run by Lofton, plus a horse collar penalty, set up a 1st and goal at the 4. Nicholls unable to punch it in on the first 2 tries, but on 3rd down, Michael Henry muscles his way up the middle and scores an 11-play, 75-yard drive. Henry with 117 all-purpose yards, not only the team's leading rusher, but receiver as well. The defense forced a 3 and out. The Colonels had all the momentum, but on Nicholls' second drive, Henry puts the ball on the ground. Josh Jones knocked it out, and Aaron Benson falls on it. Turnovers made a huge difference in this contest, as did 4th down conversions on both sides. The Huskies go for it on 4th and 1 coming up here from the Colonel 38-yard line on this next play, and B.J. Kelly getting his number called. He picks up 5 yards. HBU went 4 for 5 on 4th down. Kelly with a big day, running for 153 yards, his second straight 100-plus yard rushing effort. He and Larry Day made a formidable 1-2 punch at running back on 1st and goal from the 1. Day punches it in. Ball game tied at 7. Day with 76 yards. HBU only threw the ball 20 times all night. Second quarter, this is a 17-play drive for HBU that ate up nearly 8 minutes. They ran the ball 14 times on this possession, but convert here on a 3rd down play-action pass from Jonathan Fleming to Quadre Wilson, who managed to get his feet in bounds, an 11-yard gain to keep the chains moving. The Colonel defense strong in the red zone on 1st and 2nd downs, but on 3rd down, Fleming connects with D'Angelo Wallace at the front right pylon. Wallace led HBU with 3 catches. That's his 3rd TD reception of the year, and HBU takes a 14-7 lead midway through the second quarter. Nichols looking to answer, 4th and 3 from the HBU 35. Hebert flushed out of the pocket. He completes the pass to Henry, but Michael is stopped for no gain. Nichols turned the ball over on downs in Husky territory on consecutive possessions. They get it back with just over a minute to go, but Hebert picked off by Taylor Thompson, who runs it back to the Colonel 31. The defense would keep the Huskies out of the end zone, but Travis Shin nails a 20-yard field goal as time expires, and the Red and Gray go into the locker room trailing 17-7. Coach, he caught the Huskies off guard with that no-huddle offense, just unable to keep it going throughout the half there.
Well, that's true. We caught them by surprise and went down and had a great drive and scored. Get the ball back, go no huddle again, and got momentum, got a couple of first downs. Then all of a sudden we unfortunately fumbled the ball, and probably 2 of the toughest plays for us were those 2 turnovers in the first half, and that resulted in 10 points for Houston Baptist.
What do you feel you could have done better other than taking care of the football there?
Well, everything was going pretty well at that point. It was the 2 turnovers that really, unfortunately, at that point made the big difference. After that point, we were still thinking about doing more on the line, no-huddle offense, but problem is we're just so thin in the offensive line. We had a couple of injuries there, and we were just, our linemen were just out of gas a little bit.
Beside the element of surprise, what else did you hope to achieve going to that no-huddle, hurry-up offense coming out of the gate?
Tire out the opposition, especially their defensive line. We thought that they were big and thick, weren't the fastest kids in the world, and we thought that by going to the no-huddle, those are the people that really should get the most tired.
Did you feel Bo was the better quarterback for that situation?
The only thing I'd say was Bo was the best choice for that situation because he was really the only healthy quarterback we had.
That's what it's down to at this point. What did you tell the team at halftime?
I just basically said, hey, guys, we just made 2 big mistakes that really could have this game at 7-7. We just need to come back and score and get right back in the game and go win it.
All right, back to Husky Stadium for the second half. HBU would get the ball first with a chance to maybe step on the Colonel's throats, but on 3rd down, Jonathan overthrows, trying to hit Ethan Fry downfield, bringing an 11-play drive to a halt. A punt gives the ball to Nichols, and after Tobias Lofton runs 12 yards for a first down, Bo Hebert launches it downfield for Damon Bolt. This is the longest pass play of the year for Nichols, 60 yards, the first TD reception of the year for the senior from Thibodaux, and Nichols is right back in it, down a field goal with 9 minutes to play in the 3rd. So now things are starting to go the Colonel's way. On 3rd and long coming up for HBU, a low snap bounces by Jonathan Fleming. He'd fall on it for a 17-yard loss, and the Huskies would have to punt again. Fleming irate at his center, giving him the business. A great chance for Nichols to tie or reclaim the lead, and they would do just that. A big conversion on 3rd and 5. Quick drop by Hebert, hitting Darrell Watson for 7 yards to the HBU 35. Hebert completed 17 of his 28 passes for 186 yards. This was a methodical 11-play, 71-yard drive, nearly 6 minutes long. This was the only pass completion. Everything else was a run, including this from the 15. You just saw Michael Henry getting the carry. Great blocking, and he goes in untouched. His 2nd score of the night. Nichols with their first lead in the second half all year. It's 21-7 heading into the 4th. Unfortunately, it didn't take too long for HBU to answer. After a questionable defensive holding call kept the Husky drive going, B.J. Kelly turns a corner and races 29 yards to pay dirt. 266 yards on the ground for Houston Baptist as they kept the focus on the run. Nichols trailing, still 13 minutes to go, down just 3. On 3rd and 5 from their own 33, Hebert looking for Jason Richard, but the ball knocked away by Jonathan Buffin at the last instant. Big gain for Buffin. No play was bigger than that one. The Colonels would have to give the ball back, and Fleming finds his favorite target, tight end Kenneth Bivens, for 24 yards and the score. Another 4th down conversion there for HBU. That one took all the wind out of Nichols. 31-21 past the halfway point of the 4th. Colonels then go 3 and out. Last chance here. HBU with a 4th and 3, and they convert again. Larry Day picking up the first down and more. That would put this one away for good. Houston Baptist with a 10-point win. It's as close as the Colonels have come all year. Still not quite there, Coach.
Not quite there. Not good enough. And we've got to find a way now to make sure we're playing a full 4 quarters. And, taking it halfway into the fourth quarter, that's not good enough. You got to find a way of playing the game for all 60 minutes, and, we came up short in that fourth quarter.
What's been your feeling in practice this week? Do you feel like this team's full steam, 100% ahead?
I really believe so. I think they're very excited to come back and play a home game, and it being homecoming is also, very special. So I'm feeling good. The practices have been good, and I think that this team's going to be ready to crank it up again.
Injuries continue to mount, and that's been a problem for the Colonels throughout the last few years. Do you have enough bullets left in the gun here to make it through these final 3 games?
Well, right now we've got enough bullets to line up. The problem is, and that may sound funny, but we got to a point where I was a little annoyed at one of our linemen getting a penalty. A penalty there in the fourth quarter, and I yelled to our offensive line coach to pull him out, and he said, "Coach, I have no one else to put in." And that was, our problem at that point. And it's been, certainly been a factor for us through this latter part of the season of just having enough people at every position.
But it is homecoming weekend, and there should be a very positive energy out of John O'Gidry Stadium here.
Should be.
All right, Coach, we're going to talk about that matchup coming up next when we continue along here on Colonel Football Weekly, presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional.
In sports, you strive for first or best. The Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional is both. The region's first comprehensive sports medicine program with a team of the best sports medicine trained experts. You're serious about the game, we're serious about your safety. With advanced concussion testing technology and certified athletic trainers, we're keeping athletes safely in the game. Play hard, play to win. The Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional will help you play it safe.
Donnie, I'm in Rouse's at least 3 times a week, and I want the best prices every day.
Come on, Chef. Let's go shopping.
All right. There's got to be at least 1,000 items just on this one aisle.
At Rouse's, we stock more groceries than anyone else.
I can see that. So what's with the tag? Best price every day.
It's the Rouse's guarantee. You're getting our lowest price every day.
So when I see this tag,
you know you don't have to wait for a sale.
I can shop any day
and get our best price every day. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not.
Well, we're all about the people that we care for.
At People's Health, we know that when it comes to health, what works is teamwork. Each People's Health Plan member has a team of talented professionals working together to coordinate care so our members can do what they love to do.
That's what we do. We're here for you with People's Health.
People's Health, your Medicare health team.
I want to welcome you back to Colonel Football Weekly, presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional. I'm Mike Wagenheim with the interim head coach of the Colonel Football program, Steve Axman. Great thing about football, Coach, there's always another Saturday. You got another chance here. Incarnate Word coming to town, a new Southland Conference member, and a chance to break this losing skid here. What's it going to take to beat the Cardinals this weekend?
Well, I think we need to play a game where both our offense and defense are supporting one another. And, both in gear, not that, you need to have them both playing great. Of course, you'd like them to, but at least to be playing solid on both sides of the ball so that we're giving ourselves an opportunity to kind of take over the game with one or the other aspect of the offense or defense. But, that's where our weakness has been this year. We have not done a great job of supporting one another in our games with, either the defense or the offense either faltering or neither playing a great game.
What does Incarnate Word bring to the table?
They play hard. They're kind of a thick physical team is what I see. They like to run the football. They're good at stopping the football. They're from a defensive standpoint, our offense is going to see a stout front that's going to play hard against the run. And then on third down, when you need to throw the football, they're going to blitz the heck out of you. So that's certainly something I'm very concerned about. From a defensive standpoint, their offense is again is stout. They're hard runners. You don't see a lot of breaks for 20 or 15, 20, 30-yard runs. Instead, you see a lot of 5 and 6 and 7-yard runs, which makes it tough because now that enables them to control the clock and keep your offense off the field. So we need to do a great job defensively to putting on the brakes and making sure that they're not controlling the clock.
Incarnate Word, a former Division II program, in their first year as an official member of the Southland Conference. They're 1-7 overall, 1-4 in the league, with their only win coming against another new entry, Houston Baptist. They got a good ground game, solid defensive line. They held McNeese State to a season low in offensive yardage as well, so they're starting to come together as a team now too.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. They've gotten better and better. As you watch them, you like to watch a team when you study the videos from earliest to the most recent game, and you can see a very steady progression of how they've gotten better and better.
All right, we got you covered this Saturday. Nichols taking on Incarnate Word in the Colonel's homecoming game, rather. We start the day on the Colonel Sports Radio Network, presented by your local Super Chevy dealers, with the Colonel pregame pass on KNSU 91.5 FM. That'll begin at 3:30. Then at 4:30, we turn our attention to Colonel Weekly on Fox Sports Radio, KJIN AM out in Houma. They'll also carry the game live. At 5:30, it's the Colonel Countdown throughout our network of stations, including our flagship, ESPN Radio New Orleans 100.3 FM. Kickoff is slated for 6 o'clock. You can watch it live online on Colonel's All Access through our website, GoColonels.com. A half hour after the game, tune in again to KNSU for extended post-game coverage on the Colonel Roundup. Well, when Coach Axman took over the program in Week 4 this year, it was understood by all that it would be a short-term solution as the administration started the search for the next permanent head coach. That process took another step forward this week. Jansen Verdon has more.
After facing countless hurdles this year, including the resignation of head coach Charlie Stubbs just a few short weeks into the season, 2014 continues to slip away from the Colonels following their 9th straight loss, adding to the stormy environment within the team. As the Colonels look to revive their football program, Nichols Athletics held a community meeting Monday night to discuss the head coaching search and how the next hire can turn the program around. Nichols Athletic Director Rob Bernardi and University President Dr. Bruce Murphy led the session, which took place at John L. Guidry Stadium. Though there were some differences in opinion among the season ticket holders, donors, and former players invited, the characteristics that the attendees want in a future leader of Colonel football were consistent.
I think it pretty much that everybody's on the same page, that they need somebody that has a connection with Nicholls State. Not just passing through Thibodaux, but a true connection with Nicholls State, either as a player or as a former coach.
As many fans realize that the head coaching position is important in fostering change within the program and should have a positive impact on the community as well, they, as well as Nichols' administration, also understand that the coach cannot implement the necessary changes alone.
I don't think any one person, whether it's as a football coach or a university president or CEO of an organization, can do it by themselves. I mean, we need a lot of support, both by the university, by the community, and boosters from all over to help turn the program around. To suggest that somebody could come in here, and single-handedly turn a program around is probably unrealistic. So we need everyone's support. And I expect that if you hire the right person, which I hope we do, that we'll get that support. We need to look in the windshield, not in the rearview mirror, and we'll get this program turned around. No one's happy with where it's at right now, and I think it's going to be temporary.
The athletics department plans to name their man by early December in order to get a good jump on recruiting for 2015, and in due time, guide the program back to championship form. For Colonel Football Weekly, I'm Jansen Verdon.
Thank you very much, Jansen. We appreciate it. Coach Axman, I know you were brought in not only to get this team through the season, but to provide a head start for the next coach, some analysis of what's gone right, what's gone wrong, and what he can expect coming in whenever the new coach takes over. So you have an integral role to play not only on the field, but setting up for the next head coach as well.
Well, certainly, when I came in, I said I would take the position, but I was going to act as the head coach, not an interim, not a substitute, but to come in here and try to help in any way I could, whether it be fundraising or whether it was, any type of organization or making sure the recruiting is staying on the track, which I feel we've done a good job doing. So, basically I've treated it as if this was my program for the 10 weeks that I was here, and hopefully that will help the new coach not have a large abyss to have to work through once he does get here.
It's definitely a unique situation for you, I know, and again, not only providing your expertise on the field, but setting up this program for future success. So even after you're gone, it's still a little bit of this program will remain with you, I'm sure.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. There's a little bit of each of the 22 other programs that I've been with. There's so many great memories that I have in my career, and very fortunate and very blessed to have been able to make a living doing what's my hobby.
Glad to have you here, and we'll have you for a few more weeks as well. We're going to take a quick time out. We'll be back with more here on Colonel Football Weekly, presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional in just a moment. We want to welcome you back to Colonel Football Weekly, presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional. Mike Wagenheim with the interim head coach of the Nichols football team, Steve Axman. Coach, still looking for your first win of the year. You got 3 opportunities left. It starts this Saturday against Incarnate Word. Do you feel like this team is still self-motivated at this point, or are you looking to still keep them focused here?
Well, the other thing I can say is that these guys have been extremely resilient, even after not playing well or in the face of adversity. They've come back just about every week and played hard, I would say, in every game but one that I can think of this season. And that's the one thing I've asked them. I've asked them to make sure they're playing hard and they're not leaving anything anywhere else but on the field. And they've done a good job of doing that. Now our execution, or perhaps shortages in depth, things like that, that's something that perhaps can't be controlled to the degree I'd like to see them controlled right now. But the kids are playing hard, they're working hard, and that's really the main thing I'm asking for them right now.
And for this senior class, only 3 games left, only 2 home games remaining in their career, so they have to be especially eager to get that monkey off their back here and go out a winner.
No doubt. There's not one person in this program wants to go over, so we want to see if we can get 3 games and finish out in a 3-game winning streak. And so next year they're talking about we're building on a 3-game winning streak rather than a 5-game losing streak.
Amazing how much a successful tail end of the year can provide momentum going into the offseason.
No doubt about it. Like I said before, winning begets winning. So let's get those 3 and send our seniors off with a smile on their faces, and then the new coach can get this program ready to go for next year.
Quick look around the Southland Conference while we have a moment. This past Saturday, Stephen F. Austin stunning 8th-ranked Southeastern Louisiana in Nacogdoches, handing the Lions their first loss in league play. Central Arkansas ran for a season-high 306 yards in downing Northwestern State in Conway. In Huntsville, Sam Houston State was a winner over Abilene Christian as Bearcat quarterback Jared Johnson passed for 277 yards and rushed for 86. And number 11 McNeese State got 3 interceptions from Brent Spikes, defeating Incarnate Word in San Antonio as the Cowboys registered their first road win of the year. How about this? Southeastern and UCA are now each 4-1 in conference. SFA, McNeese, and Sam Houston are just a half game out of first place as the league title race really heats up here with just a month to go. We'll take a timeout here on Colonel Football Weekly, presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional. Come back and wrap it up right after this.
In sports, you strive for first or best. The Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional is both. The region's first comprehensive sports medicine program with a team of the best sports medicine trained experts. You're serious about the game, we're serious about your safety. With advanced concussion testing technology and certified athletic trainers, we're keeping athletes safely in the game. Play hard, play to win. The Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional will help you play it safe.
Donnie, I'm in Rouse's at least 3 times a week, and I want the best prices every day.
Come on, Chef. Let's go shopping.
All right. There's got to be at least 1,000 items just on this one aisle.
At Rouse's, we stock more groceries than anyone else.
I can see that. So what's with the tag? Best price every day.
It's the Rouse's guarantee. You're getting our lowest price every day.
So when I see this tag,
you know you don't have to wait for a sale.
I can shop any day
and get our best price every day. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not.
Well, we're all about the people that we care for.
At People's Health, we know that when it comes to health, what works is teamwork. Each People's Health Plan member has a team of talented professionals working together to coordinate care so our members can do what they love to do.
That's what we do. We're here for you with People's Health.
People's Health, your Medicare health team.
Back here with you on Colonel Football Weekly, presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional. The Colonels hosting Incarnate Word this Saturday. Interim head coach Steve Axman. These guys got to be ready to go here.
They'll be ready to go. We're excited about this game and excited about homecoming and all the, the supporters and alumni that will be coming back for the game. So we'll be up and ready to go.
I know there's a lot of pride still in this program, as we saw at that meeting back on Monday night. A lot of people still eager to get this program back on a winning track.
No doubt about it.
All right, folks, you can find out more about our program by logging on to our social media sites, including Instagram.com/ColonelSports, YouTube.com/NicholsAthletics, Facebook.com/GoColonels, and Twitter.com/GoColonels. A quick look at our Rouse's Student Athlete of the Week. This week, it's junior midfielder Jess Coates from the soccer team. The Australian scored a goal and registered an assist in Nichols' final home match, a 2-0 win over Central Arkansas back on Sunday. We'll talk to you again coming up next week.
Colonel Football Weekly has been presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional, the official sports medicine provider of Nichols Athletics. This show has also been sponsored by Rouse's Supermarkets, you're either local or you're not, and People's Health, your Medicare health team. This has been a presentation of the Colonel Sports Network.